Hey guys, so in this video, we are going over 6 top ways to make money online with just a laptop. These are scalable, high-paying ideas in growing industries. I'm huge on side hustles. I've been doing them all my life. In my opinion, everyone should have at least one home side hustle. You can bring in more income, but it also allows you to build a business that could eventually make more money than your main job. Huge shout out to Wix, an amazing website building platform, for sponsoring this video. And with that being said, let's get started. So the first one on my list is freelancing. And I know a lot of videos talk about freelancing, but I'm going to go through some specific ideas I have for you that you can do. The gig economy is growing and it's a perfect time to start. So my first idea is to become a script or blog writer for other people. Since there's so much huge growth in people doing YouTube and blogs are still super popular, this presents a really great opportunity for a lot of people to get into this industry without actually having to have a channel or a blog. There are a lot of people that need scripts, but they just don't have the time to write them. So that's why they outsource them. This is where you come in. If you're good at writing and you know how to make good, enticing blogs or scripts, then there really is a lot of money to be made. There are a lot of platforms that you guys can advertise on, but I'm going to focus on social media because that is one that is super scalable. What I would do with this is have a page that's dedicated to your script writing or to your blog writing, and then reach out to content creators. Find people who blog, find people who make YouTube videos, and reach out directly to them. I would do this and not focus only on the really big creators. I'd also focus on the smaller ones, because they are much more likely to actually see your message and respond to you. Not only can you reach out directly to other people, but I'd recommend building a lot of content that's focused on outsourcing script writing, outsourcing blog writing, and give a lot of value to creators who might be interested in that service. The more free value you give out, the more they'll trust you and the more likely they are to actually hire you. And definitely focus on one niche that you are passionate about and you are knowledgeable in. So for example, if it's personal finance, then that's great. Reach out to personal finance YouTubers. Reach out to personal finance blogs. By focusing on one niche, this is gonna give you a higher pay because specialists are always paid more than generalists. And another thing, you guys, is that a lot of people are turning scripts into blog posts or vice versa. So yeah, maybe you guys can focus on that, like focus on turning good video scripts into good blog posts, or be really good at turning existing blog posts into YouTube scripts. This takes a lot of skill, and if you can specialize in that, you can definitely make between $20 to $50 or even more per script or per conversion. Now, what happens if you don't like writing? Well, you can also do design. For example, you can make thumbnails for people, you can offer to do video editing, you can make websites. Really, the list is endless and there is a lot of potential. Because the gig economy is growing, more people are hiring freelancers, and if you want to work from home with just a laptop, then this is the perfect job for you. Second, you guys, is to create a targeted blog and use affiliate income to make money. Now, targeted, that really is the key word here. Your blog has to be targeted on some specific niche. Definitely don't go out and create a general blog because this is gonna be really hard to gain traction or get a dedicated audience. It's very important that you guys focus on a specific niche because when you do that, this allows you to build authority in a certain space. If you're a general blog, then you don't get authority in anything because your blog is all over the place and people are less likely to trust the information you have on there. So pick a niche, stay with that, and really the goal is to create a lot of valuable articles that can rank on Google search. For example, one really great niche you can get into is mattresses. It seems super random, but there is so much money to be made in the space. If you have a blog about the best mattresses that people can buy, this, I guarantee you, could do extremely well. Not only is there always demand for people that are trying to figure out what mattress to buy, but the affiliate programs in the mattress industry are actually extremely good. If you partner up with these companies that make mattresses, I guarantee you, you can make at least $100 to $200 per mattress sale that you send them. And really, I want to emphasize the reason why you guys need to focus on a niche for your blog is so you can have high authority. If you're a customer and you are on Google searching up best mattresses to buy, you're going to click on a website that seems like it's dedicated to mattresses, right? This results in a higher click-through rate. And of course, that is what you need in order to get your blog to have enough traffic in order to generate enough income. After you have a blog that ranks pretty well and that has a pretty good audience, you can connect it with affiliate programs. With these affiliates, you're basically signing up for this program and they're going to give you a link that is connected to you. You'll put that link in your blog somewhere, so when people are actually trying to buy the product, they'll click on that link, and when they actually do go and make a purchase, you will get a percentage of the revenue. Not only can you get a free product sometimes, but these commissions can also be very high, and it really is a scalable business that can create a lot of passive income. Sure, it does take a long time to get a blog that performs well, but if you're consistent with it, if you can make out a ton of good, valuable content, then yeah, this is a great industry to get into. The real goal is just to get more views and more traffic. If you can do that, plus you're creating valuable articles, then naturally this is going to lead to sales. And I know tons and tons of blogs that are out there making 6 figures, maybe even 7 figures, just by doing this exact same thing. So yeah, blogging is definitely still a very great way to make money from home with just a laptop. Third up is selling PDF guides or notes. And I know this sounds a little bit weird, but this could be things like how-to guides, notes for classes, for example, nursing, med school, SAT, ACT prep. Really, the list goes on. And as long as this product is a digital product, I assure you that you can make so much money doing this. When you're selling guides, when you're selling PDFs, really there is no product cost, right? It really does not cost you any money to fulfill an order. The PDF itself is free, so the product, and also the fulfillment is free because you're literally just emailing it to them. So the first step is to figure out what you want to sell. Think about your skills, think about your expertise, and think about some type of industry or field that you can actually create a lot of value in. Like for me, I'm not gonna go out and create PDFs on how to pass the nursing NCLEX. I literally don't know anything about that, so there's literally no reason why I would do that. The second step is to actually create your digital product. So you can do this, of course, on a computer. You can handwrite these. So really, however you want to create your product, if it's digital or if it's handwritten, both of these are gonna work well. Third step is to actually turn this into a PDF file. If it's a digital thing, then export it, or if it's handwritten, then you'll want to scan it. A really great way that you guys can sell these is on social media. And the way to do this is you wanna create a social media account that gives a ton of free value to your targeted audience. And then maybe every third or fourth post, pitch your product, because you definitely don't want to overdo it. The more free value you give out, the more people are drawn to you, the more trust people have in your business, and the more likely they are to actually purchase these guides. And to actually handle the transaction, you can create your own store, like using Wix, or if it's on a small scale, you can still handle it directly just using PayPal or Venmo. But yeah, there's a lot of big demand for guides and notes because education is booming, especially online and virtual education. And when you're doing this, it's extremely scalable, you guys. You'll never run out of product because it is just a virtual product. And if the guide is good, the PDF is good, then you're gonna have a lot of returning customers and you can keep creating more and more of these guides in that specific niche. Okay, so this next point sort of relates to the first 3, but it's creating a website to sell products. I'm going to show you guys how to build a website using Wix, which is an amazing website builder. I'm using them right now for my own merch store, so I'll take you through the process of setting up, designing, and publishing a website. I know we talked about freelancing, having a blog, and selling digital products online earlier in this video, but how can we actually implement this? Well, with a website. So this point is to actually build a website to sell something. It doesn't need to be what I just went over. It can literally be anything. For example, clothing, masks, digital courses, books, whatever you want. There's a lot of freedom with this. So now I'm gonna take you guys through the process of starting up a website so that you can create your own. So now we're in the Wix dashboard. Here you can see your stored products, you can see your store orders, there's customer management, there's marketing and SEO, and analytics and reports, finances, all this really cool stuff that you can see, but I'm gonna go here and create a new site. Here you can choose what type of website you want. Since I'm doing a store, I'm gonna click online store, and then you can actually let Wix create your website for you, or you can create your own website using the editor, and I'm gonna do that because it gives me more freedom. Here you can see a ton of the Wix templates that they have. So many of them, they all look really, really good and professional. Absolutely love them. I'm gonna click on this one and see the full demo, and you can basically just see what the website looks like in action. I'll get out of here. And then, yeah, if you want to do a coaching website, for example, or a speaker, you can do one like this. This one looks so good. Like, man, I would totally use this one. But I can see photography. If I was a photographer, there's some really like amazing templates here. Blogging, these look great. Yeah, just a ton of different choices. So whatever website you're using or trying to make, I would just click that. And yeah, since I'm doing an online store, I'm gonna choose this one. It's very simple, looks great in my opinion. First thing I'm gonna do is connect a domain. And the great thing about Wix Premium is that it includes 1 year of a free domain. So let's try this one. It's available, so I'm gonna click that and purchase it for 1 year. Cool, now I'm gonna actually go into the editor and I can change all the text. I'm gonna change the heading. I'm gonna change this about section and add some text about the apparel that I'm making for my merch. You can change the size here. You can change the size of the title. Basically everything that you see on here is changeable. And these are my store products. I can go into it. I've already imported them, but you can see how easy it is to get products in here to sell. And Basically, I can change the order, so that blue one's gonna show up first since I like how the color looks. You can change the descriptions, custom text, product options, as well as the variants. I'm gonna click save, and now I can actually complete the setup, and here I can change my payment methods. I can change my shipping and fulfillment. And after I've added my main products, going back to the editor, you can see what this looks like now. I can see what my shop looks like on a phone. So you can see if the layout looks good there, looks great, looks very simple. And I can also see what my other pages look like. So right now, if I go into the FAQ, I can change all of this. So really anything that you see on your website through this template, you can change it. You can add different pages, you can add different elements, and you really have a ton of artistic freedom to do whatever you want with it. So this is what my cart page looks like. This is what my thank you page looks like. And I'm gonna add some social media icons so I can connect them to my Instagram as well as to my YouTube page. So this Facebook one I'm going to delete, and I'm gonna find my YouTube icon, add that, and then put my link there so it's connected. Here you can change your background. If you want, you can add apps, media, you can actually blog, a ton of different things, but I'm going to click publish now, and now my site is live. It's ready to have people actually purchase items. So this is my website. You can see you can change the colors, you can select your size and add it to the cart. There are different products. I might add some more by the time this video is live, but for right now, I think this looks really great. And yeah, I'm really excited to get this merch store up. I've literally made over 30 websites in my life, and I know this video is sponsored by Wix, but I have never enjoyed building a website as much as I have with Wix. Seriously, like the amount of incredible templates that they have is ridiculous. And also being able to customize everything with the editor just gives the creators so much artistic freedom. So if you're trying to make money online and build a business, then a website is going to be absolutely essential. You need to have your own platform that you own and that you control. So I'll include a link to Wix in the description below if you're interested in creating your own website. Okay, next up, you guys, is to create a podcast. And I know some of you guys are going to be skeptical about this, but you can actually make a lot of money doing this. The greatest part is that you can make a podcast on any topic that you are passionate about. I'm gonna list some potential podcasts that you guys can do, but just know that it really depends on what you're interested in. And you can probably take any type of hobby and turn it into a podcast. So some things you can make a podcast on are personal finance, entrepreneurship, travel, crime stories, motivation, stories. Really, there's so many cool podcasts out there. And really, one of the great things about podcasts is you're building your personal brand and you're also building an audience. And when you do that, this can lead to many, many new opportunities for future businesses. So when you're starting out a podcast, there is an initial threshold for the quality of the recording. You'll probably have to invest in a microphone for you and your guests, and you'll want some type of software to edit the audio. The main thing with podcasts is that you want to create content that people want to watch and get value from. Remember, value doesn't only mean that you're educating people, right? You can also be entertaining them. That's another type of value that's extremely important. Just know that for podcasts, it takes time to build an initial audience, so you absolutely have to stay very consistent. No one likes an inconsistent podcast because then why would they ever want to subscribe, right? So when you are starting your podcast, make sure to ask for a lot of reviews and make sure to ask your friends to download your episodes. To monetize your podcast, there are a couple main ways to do this. The first one is to do an ad integration, and basically what this is at some point in the podcast, you're going to say, hey, this video is sponsored by so-and-so. Then you'll talk about their business for maybe, let's say 30 seconds to a minute. Most companies are going to pay you a flat rate for this. And if you can do an ad integration in every single podcast episode, then this can definitely bring in a lot of consistent revenue. The other way to monetize your podcast is to actually use it to sell your own product or service. If you can reach thousands of people per month, then think of that as a lot of free marketing for whatever you're trying to sell. I know for a fact that podcasts with a lot of downloads can command $1,000 to over $10,000 per integration. So it absolutely can be very lucrative. And like I said before, it offers you a lot of free marketing for your own product or your service. And this can be something like consulting, if you have a course that you're trying to sell, or if you have a physical product, then this works also. It's definitely not a get rich quick thing, but if you do it right, if you're consistent with it, you can make insane amounts of money. Okay, next up is becoming a social media manager. And what this basically means is you're helping businesses create and run their social media accounts. You can make content for them, you can edit videos from footage that they give you, or you can actually create stuff for them directly. One of the great reasons why this is such a good thing to do right now is because with the pandemic, lots of businesses are moving online. So as a result, there's a huge untapped market. There are all these businesses that they don't know how to run social media. So of course they have to hire it out and get someone with experience to do it. There's a lot of demand, but there's not enough supply right now. This is a great 1099 job that you guys can do from home. And if you like social media, then it's gonna be extremely enjoyable. To start, you'll want to build your clientele. And like most businesses, the first client is the hardest. After that, you can rely on referrals, or you can build a personal brand using social media. And using that, people will know that you're great at social media and they'll come directly to you. The more people that know you are a social media manager, the better. And you'll quickly find that every subsequent client is going to get easier and easier to close. There are millions and millions of companies out there that need help with social media, and they are willing to pay a lot of money. If you do this right, you can absolutely turn this into a full-on agency that helps with video, photo, post creation, and probably 100 other different things. Another really great lucrative type of manager that you guys can be is to be an influencer manager. Basically with this, you are helping influencers negotiate contracts with companies for brand deals. And the industry average commission is about 10 to 20%. So let's say you land a client a $10,000 deal. Well, you'll probably get between $1,000 to $2,000 as commission. There are more and more influencers each day because of TikTok and YouTube, and companies are getting really smart. They're pouring more and more money into brand deals. So if you're able to help them get more pay and you're able to help them actually land in front of these big companies, then you absolutely deserve that percentage cut. This is seriously something that I would consider if I had more time. So yeah, you guys, making money at home is exciting, and the more of it you do, the more you're gonna realize that you never want to work at an office ever again. Or even if you do work at a 9 to 5, how cool would it be to come home, spend a couple hours on your side hustle, and increase your income? So yeah, those are some of my favorite ways to make money at home with just a computer. I hope you guys got a lot of value out of the video, and if you did, make sure to hit that like button and also subscribe to my channel to see more content just like this. I make a ton of videos about personal finance, investing, and entrepreneurship. So yeah, thank you so much for your time, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.